The Barricade NB1 steps that we're talking about here today will be for the 2019 and newer Ranger owners out there, and will be a very sharp looking option that's going to combine the sporty appearance of a tubular step but with the added functionality of a drop step. Now, the Barricades will feature a very heavy duty steel construction along with a durable textured powder coat, all for right around that high $400 price point. Now, these Barricades are highly rated with fellow 19 and newer Super Crew owners out there who want a step that will provide them with equal parts form and function. Now, what do you say we start with that first part, form, or in other words, appearance? Now, as you guys can see from these images, the NB1s are packing more of that tubular off-road or Baja styling, which I really think will help contribute to a sportier look to the truck overall. Now, that's especially when you compare these things to the rather boring factory running boards, and obviously you can see quite the difference. Now, as far as your functionality is concerned, well, I think the Barricades will speak for themselves in that regards, as the NB1s will certainly make getting in and out of your stock or lifted Ranger a much easier task thanks to that drop step style design. Now, this is going to place your actual footing or step area about 6 inches below the height of the board itself, which will certainly make, again, for an easier time overall, especially for the wife and kids. Now, the step area does feature some traction surfaces carved in to ensure that no slippage will occur even on those rainy or snowy days. Finally, guys, the boards have been given a very heavy duty textured powder coat in black just to ensure the NB1s look good for many years to come. Again, a lot of solid reviews and customer submitted images here on the Barricades back on the product page, guys. So if you haven't done so already, check those out. It's always nice to hear from fellow Ranger owners about going with the NB1s on their own rigs at home. But now we want to segue into that install as promised earlier, guys. Again, thanks to the included brackets, expect this to be a very straightforward bolt-on job. Site's going to go middle of the road, 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. Call it a couple of hours or so to knock out from start to finish. But now to give you a better idea of just how things will go down in the garage or driveway, check out this detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown from an AT customer now.
So we have a socket wrench with a 5/8 socket, and then we got a regular wrench. That is, I told you guys, was 11/16, and then just a 5/8 wrench as well, and then a flathead screwdriver. These are the only 4 tools I needed. Just follow along. This goes on the passenger right side, front side. I labeled it out here pretty simply, but right now I'll go ahead and get a split screwdriver because they want me to have to remove the plastic inserts that are already inside on the side of the car, so I'll go ahead and do that real quick. So we're just gonna remove, as you can see, one right here and another one right there. It should come off. It's nice and easy. Look at that. Okay. And it's just these two. Very simple. Goes down and reveals little holes that I'm going to be using. Okay, so we're right now in the middle, and as you can see, the middle bracket that I was telling you about, almost like an 90-degree angle. There we go. It's going to go right there. That's it, just like that. Flush. Okay. Now I'll start with grabbing 2 bolts. Okay. And all we're going to do is just put them in place. Okay. So if you can see that, grab the first bolt and just spread them in place as far as you can by just hand tightening, as well as with the top bracket here. You can see right there. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now it depends how you want it. So there we go. Push it all the way up because we want it nice and high up. I'll start locking up those in as far as we can by hand tightening. Okay. And then we come in with a socket wrench and with our 5/8 bit. That's all it takes. Switch it over. I'll go sign it. We're gonna go clockwise. start tightening. Okay. Pressure there. Oh, that's good. Same thing with the top side here. And all these brackets will only take 2 bolts each. So we got 2 here, 2 in the front, and then 2 in the rear. And obviously we have 1 bracket in the rear and 1 bracket in the front driver's side. And give it a good old shake. That's not going anywhere. Nice. And now we're gonna go ahead and do it for the front side and rear side real quick, okay? Just here on the front side. So you can see it's no longer your like almost 90-degree angle. So it's gonna sit right here on these 2 holes, obviously, where we took off the brackets, and I'm gonna sit them right there. So you can see how that sits. Alright, sit right there. The same concept. Just grab our 2 bolts here. Alright, now all these are prepped up the same way. So we got the bolt, the lock wash, and then the washer. Let me go ahead. Start hand tightening it as far as you can. Okay, it's as tight as I got with my hand. And we want to adjust it as far as we can as well. There we go. Okay. Let's hand tight this top screw here. Yeah. Alright, and that's as far as I can do with my hand. And we get our socket wrench, like I'm saying. All you need is that 5/8 size bit, and it works just fine with this because this is. Alright, I'm just gonna tighten it. There we go. Okay, maybe. There we go. Give it a little shake. That thing ain't moving. Great. And now let's take you over to the rear side and install the bracket. Alright, the rear bracket as well. Alright, I moved over to the rear side. And it's going to be the same bracket as the middle bracket we installed there. Like I'm saying, it's that almost 90-degree angle. It's going to sit right there. Okay? And we're going to use the same old bolts with the same set. Lock, wash, and washer. Okay? Let's set that right there. Okay? And we're just going to hand tighten this. Again, as far as we can. Right. As I was saying, it's far, and then we're going to put in the bolt for the top side here. You can see. Like that. Right. Hold it in place. So let's start tightening. Oh, good old shake. I think we're set there. One more. It's going. It doesn't hurt. One. There we go. Awesome. All 3 brackets are installed. Oh yeah. The rear one, center one, and front one. Now let's go get our running boards. I got a little rock right there, and then I just put a microfiber towel, not to scratch the running board itself. And these are the things I'm talking about here. It'll help. They help a lot. They just go in right here. Help with maintaining the support while I try installing one by one. And installation is with this one. Go ahead and rate a washer. 30. This is where we use a 35 millimeter by 10 by 35 millimeter bolt with a washer. And we'll just align that. That's gonna go in right there. And then on the other side, it's gonna go in the washer and the bolt itself. The lock. So Okay, so we are under the truck now, and this is what I was talking about. It's just leaning against the brackets, and that's gonna help a lot. Okay, just being sustained by the brackets, and like I said, we're just gonna need 2 bolts, okay? And it's going to go exactly like this, right? I'm not sure, hopefully you can see it. This is the bracket itself, and then this is the running board. And we're just gonna tighten these 2 together and tighten them, make sure they're secure. Okay, so we're gonna be using the the longest of the bolt that they provided there, as well as a washer, and that's gonna go threaded in right there. Alright. And on the other side, we're gonna go in washer and there you go. Lug nut right there. Okay. Nice and easy. I'm gonna put in the other one as well for the bottom side. Like I'm saying, these will only take 2 each. On the driver's side, go in. Washer, boom. Put it on that side. Put a washer right there. And put your lug nut right there. Okay. And that's about it. Alright, now this is where I switch over to my wrench right here. It's no longer a 5/8 like we use for to lock in the brackets. I'm going to be using an 11/16, and this will just be used to help to hold. You can see right there the nut right there. And while that's holding that, I'm going to come in with my 5/8 with my socket wrench and with a 5/8 socket. Okay, just go. Hold it in place. There we go. Keep in mind, you want to make sure you are level, right? So you can see there's still some slag. That's obviously because we haven't tightened it completely. Let's keep it going. Beautiful. We're going to wash right there, and I'll lock, and then a nut. Okay. Sensor on the top side as well. Okay, same deal. tight this is gonna be. Just stepping out of the car from now on. Awesome. Nicely through. Oh yeah. One nut right here. Beautiful. Oh yes. Oh, beautiful.
So wrapping this one up, guys, again, if you're a big fan of that off-road appearance of a tubular step, along with the added functionality of a drop step, well then I think you'll love the NB1s from Barricade, available right here at AmericanTrucks.com.